Hello and welcome. Not really a guide on getting good or getting good games. Today we're just going to talk about World of Warcraft's newest feature, the player housing. You might have heard about it. You might be playing WoW and have interfaced with it a bit. I recently pre-ordered the expansion and cracked a WoW token I was waiting on. Or cracked a WoW token since the pre-patch came out. And I wanted to see how... And as there isn't much to do, I've been checking out the housing. And I've had a lot of fun with it. What you're looking at is currently my house. I call it Elwyn Forest version 3.1. The premise of the house was inspired not through my love of Elwyn Forest, though I guess I like the zone, but rather from a very basic premise. You see, this house is very close to the entrance. And the idea... Initially, these trees wouldn't load so easily, but the idea was to make an air trap for people trying to fly through my airspace. Initially, I was just covering the surface area, but honestly, part of it eventually just became covering every surface area with trees. So it looked kind of cool. My main character is a night elf, so honestly, the world tree-esque look isn't a bad one. Basically, this entire thing is just a creation of Elwyn apple trees and big razor fang gazebos. Plus a night elf house. An actual tree house, as it were. An apple tree house, because basically all of these trees have apples. I'm embarrassed to say that I'm quite fond of the design of how it turned out. If you want to see some cursed stuff, you could... Let's see if I can get... Yep. You can actually see the inside of it, where you'll find that almost every tree involved is like 90 degrees off, so that I can maximize the amount of leafage. The so-called trunk of this tree is working off of troll physics. This is not a structurally sound structure. This definitely does not meet any code. But I think that makes it better. Because fantasy settings should run with fantasy physics. The inside of the house is even worse. And I'm proud of it. To begin, we have a fairly normal design. Where we just have mostly marble walls. Got some windows that don't go anywhere. Very cosmetic windows. We got a very cosmetic slot machine. Contract over here. Seating so that you can properly appreciate the slot machine. Every house should have one. Fake stairs. Fake floor. Wall benches, as it were. You'll see what those are for. You might notice that there's some weird shit going on up there. Don't mind that. That'll be explained later. You have to jump here, otherwise you'll fall. This is intentional. This isn't because I'm lazy. This is because I think it's funny. And I'm lazy. We've got a fountain, because of course we do. This room is covered with these things because I think they're cool. Well, for lack of a better word. Oh, almost forgot one of the most important parts of this place. As you can see, I have a very good front door. But no, it doesn't go anywhere. The real exit is hidden. Because yes, you can do that. It's kind of great. Carrying on, we have this mysterious floating platform. It goes to the next room. Never mind, it doesn't. It's just another door with a painting behind it. I only have 2 of those, but as I find more paintings, I will be adding more doors. Now, the intended path is to just go along these bars that I failed to jump on. I do that about half the time because I play a demon hunter and I can just do this. But the jumping puzzle, because everyone loves jumping puzzles, recently refitted because it was a pain in the ass before because I get stuck on this part of the wall. There we go. So here we have a hallway and also a secret room, because you can just sort of phase a chair through a wall, and this is also a fake wall. So I put a fake wall here that was meant to blend in, and I put a tactical frey-walled bench so that I could phase through said wall. This leads to the moderately decorated room with mismatched furniture, a punching bag which cost about 4,000 gold, and the real exit, which you can only access by jumping on these crates and taking the exit. You might notice that there's no exit to this room, or at least that's what you'd think. But there is another tactically placed bench that sends me into the void, which will send me to the start of the dungeon, or the start of my house. That isn't the last you'll be seeing of the no man's zone, or no man's land. So if we go right, we enter the bookstore. Bookstore. I bought an absolute metric ton of these things because I thought they were cool, and I haven't changed my opinion after dropping about 60 of them in this room and hallway, and individually sizing them up and rotating them. But yeah, we have a hidden. Once again, you'll notice fake floor and another room. Fake 4 conveniently lands you in a winemaking or wine stomping pit for efficiency's sake. Gotta take advantage of all of those guests who accidentally fall into that one hole that isn't immediately obvious. And here we have a room where you can't get out, except for the tactically placed bench I mentioned earlier. Now, I only have housing level 4, so I can only have... my budget for homemaking is not all that high. So, in theory, this hallway is like the last thing I can build. Which is why I filled it with so many books. And also, would you look at that? We got ourselves a bench. Where does the bench take us? Onto the roof of one of the starting rooms. Rather, you can see it from here. Let's see, because we have a chair that goes up, that goes upside down. It takes us back here to the very start. Got a casual seating for watching people who are confused with the fairly simple layout of this house. And a book for reading. Eventually I might put a feast or something there. But the best part about this is that I can always just go back up. Now this part's annoying because every once in a while the game realizes that I shouldn't be here, and it'll try to forcibly send me to the start. Apologies if that happens too many times. I'm going to try to avoid jumping because apparently that messes with it. One of the reasons why I love these books so much is that they clip through the ceiling, so that I'm basically cleaving with my interior and exterior design. Take a moment to appreciate my brilliant plan to double the amount of rooms I have. by decorating the ceilings of all of my rooms and converting them into rooms themselves. So taking this ramp, which might just phase me back to the start, we entered the upside down fountain room, where I have a upside down fountain on top of a normal fountain, and books, still books, because we're still over the book rooms. You might notice that all of these walls were placed here intentionally and individually. This is not an actual room. This is something that is artificially made. And honestly, I think that makes it a whole lot cooler than the basic ones. Moving on. Also, I appreciate the lava room cleaving out. We have a random gazebo that I placed here because I thought it was funny. And here we have my garden, which is on top of it's on top of the lava room. Let's see if I can just not jump. Ooh, and there it is, the bug. If it happens too many times, I will edit it out and put a counter to inform you just how inconvenient it is to access my extra rooms. I can't believe Blizzard is denying me, is letting this bug persist, but, I mean, I'm building this house as intended. I'm using maximum creativity here. I wonder if Void Elf Racial would allow me to just teleport back if that happens. Damn, I want to try that out. I'm not race changing my Demon Hunter though. Okay, and we're back. Trying to avoid jumping, so we use the chairs. I'm not even sure if the chairs work, but I just thought it was funny. We move. And we move. And we're going through, and we made it to the garden. I also have a little bit of stuff over here. Last but not least, we have the bonus room, the extra bonus room, the gazebo that I placed at the very corner of this room. I can't actually enter the gazebo because it will kick me out of extra space. But the fact that I was able to decorate this entire area as I have is deeply amusing to me. Oh, also, one final thing. I can access the front door from here, or I could if the artificial wall that I placed that you can very easily see. Well, actually, I wonder how it would look if I simply... Oh? Why isn't it doing it? That's weird. Ah. Son of a bitch. Okay, so what would happen if... No. Yeah, that wouldn't look right. What if I rotate it? So let's say I do it like that. Get to 180. Perfect. 180. That. It becomes kind of noticeable. But honestly, that's probably within acceptable bounds. I mean, it was already kind of noticeable, let's face it. But as shown, even during the housewarming, I'm still getting inspiration and ideas. Well, did not track. Why is it being so difficult? It really... What? I mean, I guess it works just fine like that. Looks a little bit goofy, so I might change it back. Oh shit, I've got it halfway filled. Maybe I should buy another 100 books. Okay. Take this.
It's too far away.
And the good old sit and teleport to the start again. Oh. I take some offense to that. Oh well. Oh. Damn! That was so fast that I actually didn't have time for my vengeful retreat to come back offline. That's crazy. Since this floor is artificial, I can't actually heroic leap through it. There we are. Pretty sure that's the 5th time that's happened, right? Oh well. Alternative Demon Hunter pathing. Just jump on the lava lamp and we're good to go. Okay. Jump. How could this be? All I want to do is reach the exits of my house. There's so many books. Okay, we've made it to the fountain room. We're in. We've made it. And now we can access the exit from above. Underneath the great gazebo. Hopefully this looked interesting to if you watched it. I had a ton of fun just seeing how many rules I could break, how many silly things I could do, trying to turn player housing into a avant-garde form of PvP by creating this obstacle course and heresy against creation. And in doing so, I had a whole lot of fun. Usually I'm not one for this sort of, for like, sandboxy, creation-y games, but yeah, I'm not sure how much I'll interface with it going forward. But this is definitely beats spinning and doing donuts in Dalaran or Ouroboros or what have you. And honestly, it's also just kind of cool going to other people's houses and getting ideas. Just off the top of my head, the concept of the teleporting chair was not something I came up with. I learned that trick from someone else's house. I haven't asked for permission to record any of my guildmates' houses, and I won't be doing any recordings of them. But some of the goofier ideas I had, like putting my house in the sky, or the teleporting chair, or even being able to exit the boundaries of where Blizzard thinks you should be allowed to go, were all ideas that I fortunately had help with, because they're really cool ideas. I'm really glad I'm really glad I got to work with them. Though that being said, the getting on top of the roof of my house was all me. I came up with that one. I'm so proud. Anyway, if you had fun watching this, if it makes you want to try stuff, or try this stuff, I definitely think that World of Warcraft's a pretty fun game right now. I would recommend, if you're going to go for the maximum Warcraft experience, I would honestly say start playing when the expansion comes out. Do group content for a month or two. Play it out. Warcraft is best played seasonally. I mean, that's sort of where I've started leaning, even as a long-term-ish Warcraft WoW player. Don't worry if you don't know the story. I stopped caring about the story, despite being a huge WoW nerd, long ago. And while I might not be the best example, it's one of those things where it's just like, World of Warcraft is so massive that you really don't need to know what's going on to have fun with it. That being said, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. If you want to show off any of your really cool stuff, or cool designs, or if you got any inspiration from the ideas that I showcased, I don't know if I'll do guides on how I did everything in that house, but if you want me to show how I did some of these things, by all means, just leave a comment. Maybe like and subscribe while you're at it. I feel gross saying it, but it is something that you're supposed to do. Say when you're making the YouTube videos. Either way, for the last time, thanks for watching. Have a good one.